a better way to amplify your acoustic guitar. Hey everybody, Jayce Allan here. Welcome back to the channel. So if you play acoustic guitar and you play gigs regularly where you have to plug your guitar into a PA or a portable amplifier, you know that sometimes the undersaddle piezo pickups that we typically use to electrify our acoustic guitar leave a little bit to be desired. So the folks at NVTone asked if I'd like to check out their, this is not really a traditional sound hole pickup. It doesn't have like a pickup in it. It's actually a microphone system. And so they asked if I'd like to review this. They sent one over to me. So this is a sponsored video, but they didn't really tell me what to say. They just asked if I'd like to review it. And so basically what this is, it's a, so here you go. It looks sort of like a sound hole pickup in that most of sound hole pickups have, you know, a pickup system, like a magnetic pickup, like maybe with Alnico magnets in it. So it's sort of a traditional pickup system. And that's kind of what this looks like, but it's really just a microphone. And so you have a microphone here, and then there's these little foam, you know, sort of windscreens that go over the microphone, but they have these little felt inserts that go into the windscreen, and those create like filters basically. So if the sound is too bright, you can put a thicker little filter inside of it, and then that sits in front of the microphone element itself, and so it kind of acts as a filter. It sort of acts as a, you know, a barrier to sort of filter out that sound, because, you know, sound hole microphone pickups are notorious for being really bright and really sort of echoey almost, and usually you end up with quite a bit of feedback from them. So that's supposed to solve that problem. So this is a integrated version where it's got the, so we're going to put this into this guitar over here, and then, you know, you can run this out through where the end pin is, and then this acts as a strap button, and then it's got the jack there. But the interesting thing is it operates on phantom power. So you end up with, you have this balanced TRS cable, so it looks like a stereo, you know, quarter inch cable, but it's really balanced, so that you plug this into your PA or your audio interface, and you run phantom power through it, and then that's where you get your power for your microphone. So we're going to put this in this guitar here. This is the Antonio Giuliani Dreadnought acoustic that I got from the folks over there at Kennedy Violins. These things went over really well. I did a parlor guitar review for them, and they actually ended up selling out of that one. So, but yeah, so this one doesn't come with any built-in electronics at all, so we're going to retrofit it with this pickup system from NV and see how it works. So we're going to set up on my bench here, and we'll drill some holes, and we'll check it out. So let's get started. Okay, so over here we are at the bench. So we've already opened this up. So there's the piece itself, and there's Velcro on the bottom, so you can actually Velcro it inside the sound hole. Maybe we'll do that, I don't know, we'll see. But you can slide it over the edges of the sound hole. And then, like I said, there's the cable for the phantom power or whatever to hook it into your audio interface. And then these are the foam covers, windscreens like, and then this little filter that goes in there. And they're saying this one, the sort of grayish filter, supposed to add warmth to it, so you could just use the end of the microphone to sort of push that filter in. The windscreen just kind of holds the filter in place, and then it slides off, so you can change these if you want. You can put a different filter in it. Okay, so we'll just leave that off for now while we're doing this. So we need 15 30 seconds drill bit according to their instructions. We're going to take this top nut and washer off, because that'll go on after. So then this will go through the sound hole. So the hole, say, is going to be as big around as this. See, there's two different barrel sizes here. This part sticks out. So from here to here is the part that'll stick out of the, out of the hole there. And then your end pin for your strap button goes over the top of that. And then there's a little hole here, so you can slide a pin or a nail or something in there to hold it. And then you kind of reach in there and tighten these down. And then once that's in, then you tighten these over top of it. But we'll go over the whole thing as we go. And then you're going to want some masking tape to tape off the surface of your guitar so it doesn't chip when you're drilling. And then of course you want to drill. What is that noise? Oh, this thing. Yeah, and then a hole reamer. This is basically just to take the burrs and stuff off, off of the hole where the wood is, or to make it a little bit wider if it needs to be. Hopefully we won't need to use that. And hopefully this drill bit will fit in my drill. There it goes. Okay. All right. So we've got all that. I've got my neck rest here and my foam pad so nothing gets damaged. Okay, let's grab the guitar. And then the first thing we're going to want to do, actually my desk is a little, I never thought about the neck sticking out. Kind of getting things set up for my new studio, well, my new old studio. I ended up moving back to the old studio. So we're going to take the end pin off. Hopefully we can see that in the other camera there. Let's see if we can. Make sure we can. Okay, good. Yep. So we'll take the end pin right off of there, or the end pin, and then you can hold on to that, save it for another guitar. So then you've got your little sort of a pilot hole there already. So we're going to use some masking tape right over top of that hole. And we'll take this reamer and find the hole and just kind of get it started. And this is going to make a total mess. So then put the, you got a little, I don't know how to explain it, a little V shape on the top of the drill. So you just want to put that tip right in there so it doesn't walk. It'll want to walk. There we go. All the way through. And then we will carefully peel that tape. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful hole. Okay, so let's see if, where did it go? If this will fit. Whoops, I dropped my washers. Let's just see if it'll fit first. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little snug, but that's fine. So now we need to know, okay, so this is where the fun starts. Getting this threaded through. So what I do is, what I have is a 1/4 inch cable here. This is just a 1/4 inch to RCA, but it's narrow enough that it'll slide through that hole. Okay, so then you just want to put that in and drop it down so you can get at it. Easier said than done. Where'd it go? There it goes. There we go. Probably be easier to do this without strings on the guitar, but we might have to take them off because I don't know if that'll fit. Oh, that'll fit. So then you take this end and you hook it to, now remember, whoops, gotta put your washers on. And it's, I mean, it's pretty tight fit, so hopefully it won't pull through. There we go. There we go. I don't think you can see this, but now it's sticking out. Now it's sticking out far enough that we should be able to get, because you got to get the nut over here with the washer, and that little hole through there still sticking out, so that you can put a pin in that hole to hold it while you tighten down these. So yeah, that should be good. Okay, so now, let me see if I can do it without it popping back inside. There we go. Okay, so there's that. So don't want to lose it in there. Oop, yeah, see, if you let go of it, it's going to want to fall inside. Take a chance and just hope that it doesn't fall back in there. Nope, it isn't. Okay, put that over there. Oh, that washer, no wonder that washer is like really tight on those threads. There we go. And then the nut. Jeez, my fat fingers. There we go. Okay. All right, so now put your 1/4 inch back in there and pull it out. There we go. And now we'll need so then that's where the string will come in. So now you can put that, or that wire, put that through there, and then this will hold it, and then you can take your wrench and tighten that down. I have one of those. All right, let's see if we can show this a little better. I moved the camera around. There we go. So let me put this orange towel down so you can actually see up against the black there. So you can see this guitar string is through there to hold it. And then if you have one of these are really handy. These are for taking off the screws for pots on your guitar, so you can use that to tighten that down with. I don't know if you can see that. Not tighten it too much, but enough. And then this piece here should tighten. Yep, perfect. There we go. Okay, so that's on there, and then we can take the pickup and carefully shove it down in here. And then, like I said, you can push it into the edges of the sound hole so that it's more like a sound hole pickup. It just slides in them notches. Okay, and then your cord you want to pull down. That's kind of in the way. But you can put it on with the Velcro too down there. And that's probably going to be the better solution. But we'll just for now we'll put it in the sound hole, and then we'll put one of these foam covers on it like we had, and then position because this is like a flexible neck on the microphone. That's a condenser mic, so we're going to want to position it right there is probably good. It's fighting me a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so there, it's in. So let's try it out. So there it is. You can see it's, you know, these things are just notched. There we go. Okay, so I hope you could see this, the way this end pin went in. It was kind of difficult to get that in there, but it worked, and it's tight. Everything's not, you know, nothing's loose. So, okay, let's try it out. All right, so I've got everything set up. I did have to take it out and put it back in again because it wasn't working right off the get-go. You got to make sure that plenty of this is sticking out pretty much up to, you'll see where it changes. The barrel gets narrower where you thread this strap button on. You want to make sure it's all the way out to that change, because if it's not, this plug won't go in all the way, and it has to make proper contact because your phantom power is coming back to it. And so it's because it's a stereo, it's quote unquote stereo, but it's TRS plug, and so it needs, it needs to hit both of those. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, it needs to be seated all the way in, otherwise it won't work because it won't have power. Okay, so now we got to make sure that everything, I'm going to put my headphones on for this because does have a little bit of boxiness to it, but it's a microphone inside the guitar. Listen to that. That sounds. I think it sounds great. So, okay. And it says to make sure the mic is as close to the strings as possible, and then I pushed it down so it's underneath the, the lower or the higher strings, the high E, the B, the G, because the lower strings, if the mic is underneath the lower strings, it tends to be boomy. That sounds pretty good. Not bad. Let's see if we use one of these super paper thin picks. Yeah, that's nice. And then you can talk into it too. Hello, hello. Now, this is just going through an audio interface. I can't speak to whether, I mean, it talks about feedback in the manual. I'll post links to the manual, and it tells you how to reduce your feedback, because this is a microphone surrounded by a wooden box. Not usually a good thing to do to a microphone, especially a condenser microphone. But yeah, I think it sounds really nice. And let's see if we can maybe sweeten it up a little bit here with some EQ. Okay, so did a little bit of tweaking with the EQ there. I think just to get rid of some of that boxiness. Yeah, I think it sounds great. So cool. Yeah, that's the NVTone. Sound hole, I guess, can't really call it a pickup, it's a microphone. That's exactly what it is. It's a condenser microphone. Yeah, picks up quite a bit of string noise though. Yeah, so there you go. That's it. That's the NVTone SWAN NT integrated professional condenser microphone for studio and live. I think it sounds pretty darn good. I had another one. I can't remember which brand it was, but it was really, really boxy, and it did a lot. There was a lot of feedback in it, and so this one I think is really good. Maybe in the future they could add like a single coil pickup or something to that housing, and then you could blend the two together. I don't know, but that's something to think about. But I think it sounds pretty darn good all by itself. So yeah, there you go. Check that out. I'll put some links in the description. I'm not sure how much this was, actually. If you go to their website, buy now. Let's see what we got here. NVTone SWAN integrated. $239. This one is the made in Europe, so this one is the ebony, I think. There's different colors, and then you can get tops for them that have, you know, you can customize them. That plate on the top, so, and then you can get an external one that plugs in from the outside of your guitar. Not sure how that goes in, but okay, it's just got a long cable, so you run the cable outside of it, and it's got the XLR connector on it. But that's it. That's all these folks do, is just these pickups, it looks like. And like I said, they reached out to me and asked me if I'd try one out. I said, sure, why not? And there you go. That's it. That's the NVTone SWAN NT integrated. So check it out. So thanks for tuning in, and welcome back to the old studio. Welcome to the new studio, same as the old studio. The new studio that I moved to at my shop just didn't work out. The acoustics in there were terrible. The ceiling was like 14 feet tall, and so it was real echoey, and so I could hear the echo through my lapel mic. And if I had any kind of external mics at all, I would have had to sound treat that room quite a bit to get it to sound good. And I just didn't want to put that, you know, the effort and the money into it. So there you go. So I moved back here, and I'm kind of in transition. I'm still kind of cleaning up, selling a bunch of stuff, and so this year I'm going to take on sponsorships. You know, like this. These folks here sent me this. I got sponsors. Donner's sending me some stuff again, and then I got some other stuff that I'm checking out. And then I'll probably just do one guitar review a quarter. I'm not going to buy a ton of guitars this year because reverb sales are absolute garbage right now. So trying to sell stuff that you buy to turn around and get more stuff to review, it's just not good right now. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Jayce Allan, Jayce Allan Guitar. We'll see you again next time. Thanks.